Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Packers are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Falcons, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Shift together here from the D-line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll set up a throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now, that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face lot of action in this game. The way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Obviously a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They run the counter now on first down. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. 2nd down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Green, 3. Good. Sir, blue, there. No. Check, Patriot.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right, and this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit! No. Back to Philly. Here we go. Set. Boom. Landed. Back to Philly. Here we go. Back to Philly. Here we go. Over.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. forced out to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard. Here we go now. Leopard. Leopard. Hot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 13 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and goal. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 7-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one, too.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. 3rd down here.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Samson Abukum, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with a Packer. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lane. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Finding some room at midfield. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Finding room to the 20. And down inside the 15 he goes. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is knocked down from the side at the 36. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. try it here. He's back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Let's go.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. No. Check. Patrick.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We have two teams in today's game with plenty of confidence as they're riding big-time winning streaks. It's the Falcons going up against the Packers.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Well, a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Watch it now. Over!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Here we go now. Over. Watch it. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's the way you get an opening drive going. Pick up the first down, convert on 3rd down, and how about doing it old school style, doing it with a running play.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. It's Coleman here. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him, right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down again.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Over! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Lane. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Detroit! Set! 3-19! Gun! All right, now, look at 56.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 1:55 to go in the 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Detroit! Let's go! Detroit!
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This is McCaffrey on the give. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they give this time to the tailback. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now the Packers get set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things, because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Three, Leopard. Leopard.
They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And the first down screen pass, good for 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5.
All right, here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He may try and run for this. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The play clock's running down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's got room. And now running right through it. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And the wideout in motion. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
Back now at Lambeau. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they're operating in the red zone. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Coleman now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. Now receiver in motion left. Here's Coleman. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space. A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but his 2nd field goal makes this now a 6-3 score.
And this would be the definition of winning ugly. Now you need to continue to ride your defense and hope that you can make this 4th quarter lead stand up.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room to run past midfield. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right near the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Oh, partner, my partner. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was a long, long field goal, and that ties this ball game here in the 4th quarter.
And that sideline absolutely loved it, didn't they? I don't know how many of them thought that he would make that, but once the ball got over the crossbar, that's one fired-up football team.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right?
And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a tee for them. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Here we go. Blue landed. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. All right, now, Leopard. Here we go.
This is Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So 2nd and 10 here.
All right, here we go. Back to the
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Coleman. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. They will run again with Coleman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here.